Hi there, folks. Welcome back to Rich Reviews. I hope you are enjoying your week. So this past Saturday, HBO had a new film out. This was called Paterno, and this reunites Barry Levinson with Al Pacino, and this is their second film together, although they previously worked on You Don't Know Jack about Jack Kevorkian, and Pacino also did the one about Phil Spector, and now he's doing one about Joe Paterno, and this is the third film by Levinson from HBO, in which they did the Jack Kevorkian film, but Barry Levinson then went on to do The Wizard of Lies about Bernie Madoff with Robert De Niro, and here they're back for this film, and this is about the Penn State sex scandal that brought down the university president, Tim Gurley and Gary Schultz, them trying to fumigate everything else, and this takes place between the 2 weeks after Joe Paterno won his 49th victory over Illinois. People have been complaining about Jerry Sandusky for years, but didn't do anything about it. Obviously, the grand jury report came out, and everyone was like, was wondering, okay, what are they gonna do? What is Joe Pa gonna do? Because everyone calls him Joe Pa. Quite frankly, he was the most powerful man possibly in the state of Pennsylvania, for all we know. The movie really doesn't try to have something of an agenda towards Joe Paterno, although you clearly get the sense that this is a man, through the fact that he was having health woes, or the fact that, basically the fact that he was thinking to himself, okay, yes, quite frankly, what Jerry did was horrendous, but what does that have to do with me, basically, here? Or he couldn't quite grasp the magnitude of how all this would play out. His family, including his wife, played by Kathy Baker, and, any priest who plays his daughter has a much more stronger reaction, particularly her, who basically says, hey, look, and when she reacts to one of the claimants about the fact that, yes, they're far away the weekend, he would say, no, you don't wait the weekend if you found out someone is being abused here, folks. And also for the fact that, yes, there's flashbacks to Schultz, Curley, and the university president all huddling around to figure out, okay, what do we do here about Sandusky? Clearly he's not getting the message. Dot should be doing the showers as well. And quite frankly, even though they gave him a retirement package, it clearly is favorable to him. Curry is basically, in flashback, is at least presented as like, hey, shouldn't we at least go to the child welfare? But the people above him were like, well, okay, well, sure, we could do that, and then it's all on them to follow up on it. Now, the second part of this film here involves Sarah Gainham, played by Riley Cogue, yes, Elvis's granddaughter, I think. And as she goes about interviewing victim one, in this case, who clearly, he's happy to realize that, yes, hey, look, now Sandusky will be put in jail, although, quite frankly, he thinks himself early on, oh, he's going to get away with it like they always do. His mother at one point, says, when she was trying to make enough noise, one particular person who she was trying to sound the alarm to basically says, well, clearly you are emotional. Please calm down and then think it over. See, there you go. That's what you're dealing with on someone that's so powerful like Sandusky, who's running the second mile for underprivileged kids, lost causes. And now clearly, Gainham basically, after all this, goes on to win the Pulitzer Prize for local journalism here. Now, again, she's 24 years old. Wow. Clearly what all of this shows you is how pretty much Penn State was a cold personality towards Joe Paterno. Look, let's face it, basketball and football pay the bills in colleges. That's simply how it is. Maybe baseball could pay some bills, but no, it's all about getting butts in those seats, about the alumni dollars. Everyone was thinking maybe, okay, we can try to lean into this guy to make sure he doesn't do anything overly stupid and in fact does, but no, everything went to shit. Now of course, quite frankly, towards the end of this film, Paterno's wife says to him, oh, well, clearly he might not have known if you wouldn't let him around the kids during the 70s. Apparently, there were some bowl games during the 70s when Paterno and Sandusky played. But clearly, Gainham gets an interview later on towards the end of the film here by saying, from a guy who said, oh yeah, Sandusky abused me in the 70s. So sexual predators choose their victims wisely. I don't think with Sandusky be as brazen as to abuse the Paterno's kids. Who knows? When it comes to, now this, again, this thing is workmanlike. I think it tells you what it needs you to show. When it comes to Al Pacino as Joe Paterno, certain shots, certain angles, and a couple of moments, I'm thinking to myself, yes, this is Joe Paterno. At other moments, I found myself thinking, yes, this is clearly Al Pacino playing Joe Paterno. The guy who plays Jerry Sandusky eerily looks like him, although he has next to no lines. One of the funnier moments with Sarah Gayham's character is when she discusses with her boss the ways that she's trying to say that, yes, this clearly is anal rape, but quite frankly, I can't use it because I don't know what's being said here, or what the context of the conversation was, or the timeline of which people knew of which type of thing was happening here. So in the end, folks, I'm going to give this a leave work early, because quite frankly, what we're showing here is how you can, quite frankly, lose your marbles when someone clearly acts out not in the best interest of anything you want to be doing. So folks, Paterno, have you seen it? What's your favorite HBO film in general? What's your favorite film from these set of actors? As always, folks, like, comment, subscribe, enrich yourself with knowledge. I'll see you next time, folks. Yes,